Bad Bunny's latest album breaks language barriers and brings together culture. So his latest album entitled DeBÍ TiRAR MáS FOToS, hopefully I'm saying it okay, this is the album cover. Now listen, I did my research on this because in our community, this is a symbol of chairs that our aunties, unks, and older relatives sit, whether it be outside on the porch or outside in the backyard at functions, right? Sometimes having a glass table in between. And to my research, that is the same sentiment or how they're used in the Puerto Rican culture as well. And this is really just an ode to how things used to be. His biggest song, named after the actual album, DTMF, talks about how you need to take more pictures, spend more time in family, and really relish in those moments with your culture because it doesn't stay the same all the time. In that song, discussing how things, aren't the same and changing, he put out a lot of different assets for this rollout, showcasing, talking about gentrification and how Puerto Rico is changing. There's a video in particular where it's an older man who is going to this shop trying to order the traditional foods that he always has, and he noticed the price has gone up. They have all these different variations of the food, and it's just not the same. Appeared on the Jimmy Fallon show, and Jimmy did say like, wow, your English is getting so much better. And he was saying, you need to work on your Spanish. And I love that he has been taking this stance since he has crossed over into the American market, because at first he just refused to speak English at all. He was like, look, if we can adapt to y'all need to adapt to us. And I'm not mad at it. And because he feels this way, I really think he should do a partnership with Duolingo. But in another interview, he also mentioned where someone asked him, how do you feel if people don't get the true sense about this album if they don't understand Spanish? And he was like, it is what it is. It's like, if you really want to understand and take the time, you can research and look it up. But I also think music really transcends language barriers. A great example of this is when he disguised himself to perform in a train station in New York and how excited people got. Like, if you guys remember when we were younger, Daddy Yankee, all the songs we were saying to his, we did not know the words, but it was such a great song. And we found out the meaning somehow as children. Like, we can do the same for when it comes to bad. But like this DTMF is going viral on social media because a lot of people can relate to that, especially immigrants who come to the US who don't really get the chance to go back home and noticing how it's changing thanks to gentrification and capitalism. It's very hard for Spanish speaking artists to cross over into the US. Ultimately, they end up not switching up but making English songs. Shakira is a great example, but I love that he's standing on that hill, staying true to himself and being an advocate for Puerto Rico.